Welcome peeps to Divinity Original Sin. This is the Definitive Edition. I'm your host Lipstickpaddy. PCGamer Radio on this WTF is... Now, I've loaded in an earlier version of the game because, well, I'll tell you why in a minute, but I just want to firstly tell you that this is an RPG. You can spin the map around, which is cool. That is absolutely not for beginners. I can't stress that enough. If you come in as a beginner, you are going to be like screaming at this game for a couple of reasons. Now, these reasons are all there for, number one, game decisions, the design of the game. Number two, it's going to be a concept of, at the end of the day, this has like raid-like encounters. For example, if you come down here, there is a character that you can walk into. It will create a fight, a very meaty fight, and sometimes these, you'd have no idea what's going on. There's like random, should I talk to this person? Should I kill this person? If you kill the person, you might get, it might be an important NPC that could give you a quest line that could bring in loads of potential experience. So you kind of want to investigate first, I guess. Sometimes you go straight into a battle, and the battle will have lots of people fighting, so you go in there to help, and if that NPC dies, and they'll probably die because you're taking too many turns to finish off the enemy because you maybe got there when you weren't strong enough, and if that NPC dies, that whole quest line would have lost, and that quest line could go through each of the acts, so that'll really annoy you if that happens. So if you are playing this game and you're not a seasoned pro, I highly suggest that you use a guide. I really do, because I'm at like the start of the game here. The area's all been cleaned out of combat and stuff like that. But as you come on this island, you kind of meet these NPCs that you're going to talk to, and that forms your group. You can form different kinds of NPCs, and which is nice. So if you play it a second time, you can get different people, different classes and that, but you can effectively re-roll everybody anyway on this Definitive Edition. There is like a boat that you have, or you eventually get to, where you can look in a mirror and completely re-roll your character, which is very, very good indeed to have. Notice all of this blood around. Yeah, I came through here and massacred everything. Just showing a bit of the art style off as we go around, and it is really interesting how good it is. Now, if I zoom right in, for example, sometimes you're coming into a room and you're kind of looking around the table, right? Because everything here is kind of designed like this. Sometimes you're reading stuff or picking stuff up in these places that is critical to a quest, or might actually give you a skill or something like that. So the environments are detailed enough where you are going to be looking around. If you are a seasoned pro of these games, you're going to love this game. It's been designed for you, 100%. Now, so one of the things that this game has is that it does not hold your hand at all. And you'll get this quest on this island when you come here to try and get off the island. Now, if I look in the logbook down here, well, I'll first go through these tabs. So you got, it's actually got rid of my keys, my keys. Generic kind of stuff, you know. Do you want to hide the hat? A couple of rings, trousers. This source collar. This is basically you as a prisoner. This collar. You just get a chest, gloves, belt, and shoes here. There's no... oh, pants down here. Or leggings. And, you know, you've got the different races. One's going to have heavy and medium and all that stuff. Nothing too expressive or anything like that. Nothing new in these kind of systems. What's interesting with the skills is that you're going to be learning these, and they cost more memories. I'll come back in here when I load in a later game just to show you kind of an advanced character. But the log itself then, so you're going to be coming into this journal quite a lot, and they just don't give you any information at all. They're really giving you information that you've discovered on your quest, and that's really frustrating. You've got quests for your companions. These are good, so if you do play a second time and you get the other companions, you'll have a new set of quests to go on these. You can see here, escape the island. I must go to Reaper's Coast, track Roost down. So they're very thin on the ground, and you have got... oh, cancel that. So you're going to be trying to find stuff like this. Some stuff does come on the map and things like that, but there's certain times where you'll come to a map. I'm just going to use this as an example, and it's not reality, but you come to a map, and when you go to that area, there is a raid boss, and they're going to be so difficult to kill. They're going to have amazing loot, of course, but it's going to need massive amounts of strategy, and this is where I think this game is not for beginners, because... excuse me, just take a drink of Coke. What happens is, they are brutally difficult. They'll kill you in one shot. You need to prepare potions, you need to get rings and stuff that give you protection. You need to have a coordinated attack. For example, I can stealth up my people here. In fact, one of the things in the game is going into stealth. You should always have a rogue character. And that can go into stealth. So, because the game heavily requires you to pickpocket everybody. Essentially, the economy in the game is you need to pickpocket everybody, and you'll be playing this like little mini game where you will, for example, unhook Sibyl here. Sibyl will talk to this person. I'll just click Losa here. Losa then will come behind her, sneak, and then pickpocket her. Now sometimes you'll have people walking through, so you need another character. Quick, you get here! You'll get this person coming over here, chatting to that person to stop them looking at the pickpocket. When you've got the whole thing covered, you will then pick her pocket. Now it will go to the skill of the person that you're talking to, so take your leave. Yeah, so, and depending on the skills of the person, I'm going in here because the keys. There's the sneak mode. So basically, I can go and steal from her. Now your thievery level. Hang on. There you go. The thievery level will let you steal more money, essentially. So once you get your level up, you'll be able to steal more, and you will. This is the only way of you getting real money in the game, is just stealing from people. So it's going to have this kind of devilish feel to it anyway. Let's just hook all these together. So when you're in stealth, this is going to be part of the strategy then, because let's say, well, I'm going to take my tank first, right? Unhook. Right, so the tank kind of goes down here, for example, and he's rubbish at stealthing. I have this on keys, but I've loaded the game back in after. Because I played this in the summer, by the way. I'm coming because my channel was hacked. I'm coming in to do reviews of games I played in the summer, essentially. Now, so he will be stealth like this, and you get all these people to stealth up completely. This is not a good area because there's people walking around and stuff.
I'd say we should stop to talk.
And because her sneak is terrible. I need to get you back over here. Losa, you get sneaking. Right. Now, if they're all hidden like this, and my main douchebag here attacks somebody like this person, these will not be in the battle. Now, that's kind of strategic, because if I've got a way of grabbing this person and throwing them over here, I will throw them into this ambush here, and it will absolutely decimate them. Or the battle will be that difficult against these bosses. You know there's a strong NPC down here, for example, and you are going to chain this. You're going to use one person to grab him, throw him down the pipe. It's going to activate one of your other characters who's going to throw them further down the pipe, and hopefully it'll land where the NPC is, and the NPC will start fighting them. You'll probably have someone hidden around where the NPC is to keep the battle going, so that's going to use your full party. And these party members that are outside of combat, let's say it's Lipstick up here, my main lady, you can get all that party and run back and join the fray. The battle will be paused. You can come back. You can sneak in as well, get a sneak attack in and stuff like this. But this is kind of the strategy you're going to have to be playing against these raid characters, because they're so tough. You just can't take them on. And so you're going to need to kind of think about it. And it's going to take a lot of strategy. Look at these peeps. So yeah, it's going to need kind of a lot of strategy. And that is a lot of fun, because you do get... Come on, just sneak it. Right. That is a lot of fun, because you will be getting these really hard battles, and you'll love crunching and strateging. So for seasoned pros, you're going to love it. I think beginners are going to hate it. They're going to be like, what do I do here? How do I do this? And they'll end up leaving it. And then when you finish an act and you go off to the next zone, you're screwed, because you can't go back when you're stronger and fight these battles. Now this guy I'm talking to here, I could attack him if I want, and you can attack everybody, and there is a... One of the reasons to level up is to... Well, you know you're going to leave this island. You're never going to come back. So why not come back and just kill everybody for experience? You can completely do it. It's absolutely crazy how this game's set up. You have to pickpocket everybody for currency. The shops have amazing gear. You will want to buy it. You can pickpocket expensive items, stuff like this as well. But that goes towards the total pickpocket. You can only pickpocket personal once as well. So you kind of want to pickpocket them when you know you've got good thievery. Now there is these quick travels. We'll do a quick travel over here. Graphics are delish. Great. The game itself then, I tried to get off this island. I couldn't find what to do. I was doing everything I possibly could, and I just thought, you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go in and attack. Sod it. And I just went in and attacked, and I strategically managed to do it. So there was probably a better and more intelligent way of doing it, but yeah. I don't want to really spoil the game here, but there is other ways to do it, of course. And it like I say, use a guide. if the game starts to become if you're stopping at a certain thing. Now this is interesting, the water and that, because your spellcasters, they can kind of put down certain spells and stuff like that, and they can combo, like you can electrify that and all that good stuff. Now this is the kind of teleportations. This is what you'll kind of do with the enemies. You'll kind of go grab the guy you're attacking and you'll throw him to the next destination. The stronger the character is, the bigger the throw, basically, and all that stuff. Now I'm going to jump to my advanced characters just to show you some of the skills and stuff like that, and show you how well developed, and hopefully I'm just going to go into the keys and set them up so I can actually show you the skills, and I'll show you how each character is developed. So just hold on tight and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Alright peeps, this is my team. They've had a bit of a facelift that you can do in the mirror, and they are looking sweet with some late game armor. Level 19 at the minute. You'll notice, by gum, look at all those abilities on the bar. Wow, this game's getting complex. It's almost as many as World of Warcraft, and hell yeah. You see, my mage had a bit of a facelift. A fantastic roster of spells. You're gonna love it. Oh. Now the spells work off memory, and you can unplug these and plug some in. Certain memories are going to cost 3. These are kind of ultimate spells. Notice my wizard here has fire and a thunderstorm. She's putting both of these. These are really expensive for memory wise, and I'm sacrificing a lot of spells that you could have here. Each of the characters then, now the way you're spending your points kind of wants you to, well, I'll first talk about the mage then. You probably want to go down one route, let's say electricity, as much as you can, and focus then on fire. I wanted everybody to kind of get a tactical retreat. This just needs 2 on the huntsman's skill. This is like a free teleport so that everybody can jump. It got a bit of a pain in the arse when I came across somewhere I had a vault over, and I had to use one person to teleport them because you were waiting for the teleport recharge. So I just got tactical retreat. In fact, that's absolutely fantastic that everybody has that, because you can like jump, get everybody to evade and stuff like that, and bounce around the map, and it's really cool for combat and for traversal around the maps and stuff like that. But a lot of these spells need you to kind of like put points in these, so and the points you're putting in, you really want to focus on 2 things. So for my second mage, she is a healer, so she's going down Hydro Sophist, and you can see here this massive hailstorm that she pushes out energy, and her heals are basically mass cleanse wounds and stuff like this. But and it got to the point where Hydro Sophist got maxed out, and I could then go down the Geomancer to give her a bit more damage out and stuff like this. And she also has a teleportation. It's basically my 2 mages that are throwing people when I'm doing a really hard encounter, and you just love throwing someone right where your tank is. It's just so good. Yeah, so basically set up for this, and this is fascinating to work out as well. The tank's got, you can imagine, loads of warfare spells: whirlwind, deflect, onslaught, these massive power, overpower, awesome stuff. Also this incredible spell here, which just massively puts his attributes up. This is kind of going into kind of a super enrage mode. And what's cool about geomancy is that it scales off your strength. So this tentacle leash here that needs polymorph, look, it says damage is based on your level and strength. So your tanks are focusing, the game wants you to focus with a tank with a few spells. So Tentacle Lash here is incredible. I mean, this is giving 941 damage because of his strength. And for example, the Shield Throw, which is 900, that's probably, you know, it's equivalent of that. And yeah, it's really, really good. So yeah, you're gonna be having a lot of fun with each character. I think the only one which is kind of limiting is your rogue, because they're going to be pushing abilities that when you are obviously hidden and all that good stuff. So this is going to be really good. This one down here, Mortal Blow, so good. Double damage if sneaking, target is killed instantly if below 20% vitality, so that's like incredible. And I do have like a teleport. She kind of does like a deal with the devil, this lady, to get kind of more action points in combat. She gets adrenaline, gives her 2 more action points for the round, so she can kind of do it more than a normal person. Throw Chloroform to get rid of magic armor, which is lovely. And yeah, so there's kind of like interesting stuff that you'll have here. Now, can I go to the actual the other thing is crafting, isn't it? Crafting's a bit funny. You're going to be kind of finding equipment from each character, and you're going to be kind of plugging it in here and trying to work out a result. And it's a little bit clunky for me. I mean, why can't I just look at a recipe and bang it out? Because sometimes you'll have a quest log and the quest says combine these 3 items, and it wants you to come in here and do this. And why can I not just go off the map? Because you just got so much stuff you're picking up. You're like a massive vacuum cleaner. So finding stuff can be a little bit irksome. And I'm not too happy about that. Right, so that's the crafting. Runes are kind of plugging stuff into your weapons. They've got slots and stuff like this. I've not really been putting anything into slots because I want to do that when I get my level 20 gear, because 20 is like the level cap. So when you get to level 20, that's when you can kind of plug stuff in and tune you to kind of become a boss and all that stuff. Right, so should we see what a battle is like, shall we? Right, well let's stealth up, because when I loaded this save in, all my keys restored. Let's unhook them all, as I like to do, and get set up, so... Right, why are you not moving, mister? I don't know why he's not moving. Okay. She does not want to move. All right. Look at all those pages. It feels a little bit like World of Warcraft. So let's bring in a thunderstorm, hey? And do some damage to these peeps. I've actually got to get in a little bit closer. Why my keys not working? I think it's because when I went into the keys and set something up, and I botched something up basically. Right, do you know what? I'm just gonna fire something in there. I don't know.
Look at those lazy sods sleeping on the job.
Here we go. So here we'll show a bit of combat. Well, there's this guy up there. There's a good chance of throwing him, but I need to get up there, don't I? So first, adrenaline. Now I can get an extra point of action point. 10% damage cost. It does kind of lose energy, but I get stronger. This actually lets me jump, number 2. So yeah, flash at sacrifice first. That doesn't cost anything to do. My left mouse button's broken. Hang on, peeps. Let me just fix this. Absolutely outrageous. Right. It seems to have bogged. Defaulted up. It's not casting! Oh my god, I can't do any combat because the mouse is not working. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Teleport. It won't let me do my attacks. I don't know what's going on. Enter. Maybe you're not going to see any of my giant attacks then, because it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, peeps, I can't actually knock something off with my... I've defaulted everything off, and it just seems to be bogged. So this is kind of combat then. What I would have done is thrown that guy off here, maybe thrown that guy off here. He's going to be the main DPSer, the Storm Dreamer. Maybe get the tank to jump up somewhere. Like, you've got so many different options for combat, and it's kind of interesting to do. And are these still out of combat? They are. Why can't I cast anything? If I can hit it with left, I should be able to activate it. But, yeah, it's... I don't know whether it needs updating or whatnot, but I guess I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you, is what's going to happen. So yeah, let that be known to you then. This is what the game is like. It's very, very difficult. Don't come in here if it's your first RPG. Don't come in here because it is going to be brutally difficult. You'll need a guide, 100% need a guide. You will be pickpocketing everybody, and you will of course be brutally killing everybody. Crafting is a little bit weird in the game, but developing your character, fine-tuning them in the mirror, getting the best out of the damage output is wonderful. And yeah, and unfortunately I can't left mouse button any attack off, so it's
Destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. Something blocking it.
I don't know what's happening with this, but yeah. But if you've played RPGs, you feel like you're seasoned pro, I don't think you'll have any problem with this game. I think you'll love it like I did. The ending will have multiple endings. The one I got left me bitterly disappointing because of reasons, but hopefully you'll have a better ending than I did. And this team has gone on to they're doing Baldur's Gate 3, so yeah, that will be cool. But it is an epic adventure. Not a big fan of the fact that you'll be going on different arcs that change the map. It offers, because it makes it feel like a game. You don't feel that full immersion because you're in different zones. Like, do you get fully immersed when you know you're leaving the island and you're just going to go around and murder everybody? And then you go to the next place and they go, I've heard of you. It's like, how did you hear from me? I wiped everybody off the island. So there's a few kind of gamey things that are kind of irksome it out. But yeah, well, that's interesting, isn't it? That's your combat. I would have absolutely burned them out and all that good stuff. But I guess you've got so much to look forward to then when you get this full suite of spells that you can all knock off. A lot of them are on cooldowns as well. You can see the big super thunderstorm here is a 5 count. It takes a lot of time before you get that back, and it uses certain powers and stuff like that, so you can't cast them all the time. So most of your stuff is going to be on cooldown as you're blasting stuff off and all that good stuff. It is thrilling, the combat, and I think this is why they got the contract for Baldur's Gate 3 for the amazing job that they had here and the attention to detail that they put into the game and all that good stuff. But yeah, not for beginners. Welcome for advanced RPGers. So I think I'll leave it there on the video. It's definitely recommended. So yeah, had a blast in the game, went through it beginning to end. It is a long campaign and there is multiple stuff that you'll be doing. Lots of interesting dialogue and all that stuff, and interesting characters along with the way. I don't think it's as good as Pillars of Eternity 2, but I still think it's worth playing, especially on the road to Baldur's Gate 3. Well, I've been your host today, Lipstickpaddy. This is a WTF is this incredible Divinity Original Sin Definitive Edition. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now. Well, thanks for watching. And if you remember, you can please subscribe and like the video. And don't remember, you can also hit the bell for notices on the channel. Yeah, we've also got a Twitter you can see on our banner, so check that out too. So take care and bye-bye.